Welcome to the world of worm farming. Worm farming, also known as vermicomposting, is gaining popularity, and it's easy to see why. It's an eco-friendly way to recycle your food waste and produce nutrient-rich fertilizer. Plus, it's a fun and rewarding activity for all ages. Don't worry if you've never tried it before. Starting your own worm farm is easier than you think. Imagine transforming your kitchen scraps into black gold that will make your plants thrive. Worm castings, the end product of worm composting, are a gardener's dream. They are packed with nutrients that enrich the soil and promote healthy plant growth. Worms are quiet, odorless workers, so you don't have to worry about unpleasant smells or noise. You can easily set up a worm farm in your backyard, balcony, or even indoors with a little planning. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey? Let's dive in and discover how to start your very own worm farm. Before you start your worm farm, you'll need to gather a few essential materials. Don't worry, these items are easy to find and won't break the bank. You might even have some of them lying around your house already. First, you'll need a container to house your worms. A plastic storage bin is an excellent option for beginners. Choose one that's opaque and has a lid to create a dark, moist environment that worms love. Next, you'll need bedding for your worms to burrow in. Shredded newspaper, cardboard, or coconut coir are all great choices. These materials provide ventilation and moisture retention, creating a comfortable home for your wriggly friends. Of course, you'll need worms. Red wigglers, Eisenia fetida, are the most popular composting worms because they reproduce quickly and are efficient eaters. You can purchase them online or from a local worm farm. Finally, you'll need a few basic tools for maintaining your worm farm, such as a spray bottle for misting the bedding, a shovel for mixing the compost, and a container to collect the worm castings. Now that you have all your materials, it's time to build your worm farm. Follow these simple steps and you'll have your worms settling into their new home in no time. Step 1. Prepare the bin. Drill several small holes in the lid and along the upper sides of the bin for ventilation. This will allow fresh air to circulate while preventing your worms from escaping. Step 2. Add bedding. Moisten the bedding material thoroughly with water until it's damp but not soggy. Squeeze out any excess water. Spread the bedding evenly in the bin, creating a layer about 6 to 8 inches deep. Step 3. Introduce the worms. Make a small depression in the center of the bedding and gently add your worms. They will naturally burrow into the moist bedding. Step 4. Add food scraps. Start with a small amount of food scraps, such as vegetable peels, fruit scraps, and coffee grounds. Avoid adding meat, dairy, or oily foods, as these can attract pests and create unpleasant odors. Step 5. Cover and observe. Cover the bin with the lid and place it in a cool, shaded area. Check on your worms every few days to ensure the bedding is moist and the worms are thriving. Section 4. Keeping your worms happy and productive. Maintaining your worm farm is easy once it's set up. By following these simple care tips, you'll ensure your worms stay healthy and your compost bin thrives. Moisture. Worms love moisture. Mist the bedding regularly to keep it damp but not soaking wet. You can test the moisture level by squeezing a handful of bedding. If water drips out, it's too wet. Ventilation. Proper airflow is crucial for your worms' health. Ensure the ventilation holes in your bin are clear and unobstructed. This will prevent the buildup of harmful gases. Temperature. Worms thrive in temperatures between 55 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 to 25 degrees Celsius. Avoid exposing your worm bin to extreme heat or cold, as this can stress or even kill your worms. Food. Feed your worms a balanced diet of fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and crushed eggshells. Avoid overfeeding, as this can lead to rotting food and attract pests. Harvesting. After a few months, you'll notice a layer of dark, crumbly material at the bottom of your bin. This is worm castings, or black gold. You can harvest this nutrient-rich fertilizer and use it to enrich your garden soil. Harvesting. After a few months, you'll notice a layer of dark, crumbly material at the bottom of your bin. This is worm castings, or black gold. You can harvest this nutrient-rich fertilizer and use it to enrich your garden soil. Image, a close-up image of healthy wriggling worms in a bed of moist bedding.